What's going on, everybody? It's your boy BORGi, and we're back with episode number 2 in our Road to Glory featuring Newcastle United. I hope you guys enjoyed episode number 1, and if you did watch the whole episode, it was a lot of maintenance stuff, but at the end we played Arsenal and we got a 4-0 victory. It's a little bit too easy. Don't really know what to think about upping the difficulty just yet, but at the moment we're just going to stick with world class and we'll see if it was just a once-off kind of thing. We're not too sure what's happening. The plan for this episode is we're going to wrap up August. We're going to play Norwich, Tottenham and Watford. So in response to the Arsenal game, Carroll, if you guys can remember, he asked if he could have a game. I told him I'm not too sure what I was going to do, and I ended up bringing him off the bench and he played, and he said I felt I could have done better in the match against Arsenal, but thanks for playing me anyway. So it seems alright. Work hard, don't blame it on yourself, own up to the challenge. Ooh. I don't think he did too bad, so let's just say don't blame yourself. Keep him cool. So the other thing that we had in episode 1 was we sent out our scouts to England and Portugal, and we got our first reports back. Let's look at the English scout first. This is what we have. We got Ed Turner, just not going to quite work out. This seems kind of all the same as what it was in the previous years. Dominic Watson looks a little bit like Sammy Amiobi with that hairstyle. I think we're going to give him. We're going to sign him up, put him in the squad. No, not interested. Not interested. See, he could be okay. He's got good potentials. Overall's pretty dog shit. I'm going to say no. Okay, let's see what great job with progress your academy has been having. We were hoping to strengthen our team with players developed from our youth academy, and we have accomplished it. Okay, well, perfect, cool. Glad they're happy. Let's see what our scout got from Portugal. Once again, good potential, terrible overall, just not going to happen. We're gonna keep scouting this guy because that's good potential, but the overall's not quite where I want. I want the overall to be like nearly guaranteed over 60. See, that's just potential's terrible. And then we have Vasco Guedes, just not good enough. So we'll continue scouting Hugo Anibal, and yeah, that's pretty much our scouting. We got one. I don't know if I should use the scout the future star. I'm thinking I'm going to, just because, and hope that we find a central midfielder. So I think I'm going to use maybe one per save. So this will be the only scout future star we'll use for the whole series, the whole Newcastle United rebuild series. So we've got that redeemed. On our way into the Norwich game, got some news from our chief exec telling us that Elliot has been sold. Elliot is no longer with Newcastle United. Kind of glad to get him off the books. I mean, we've got 2 goalkeepers in. We've still got Dubravka and Darlow, so we're good in that position. But yeah, we're going to go kind of straight into the game. It's, oh yes, I've got to remember, is Lascelles is red carded. So we need to make a decision on who we're going to put there, and Bailey is definitely not going to be the option. So we're going to just go with Lejeune, drop Bailey to the bench. Who shall we put in that spot? Who do we have there? Probably needs to be a centre back. Fernandez, most likely. Looks like Hayden's going to be doing the captaincy role. Shaw's not happy. I need to find out why he's not happy. Look how this is affecting his stats. Holy shit. Okay, I need to figure out why he is unhappy. Here we are, Carrow Road for game number 2 against Norwich. Unfortunately, in real life, this result did not quite go to plan for Newcastle United, but we are here to change that. We got Lee Dixon, Derek Ray. I wonder if Martin Tyler and them, I swear they still got their voices in the game. So, yeah, I don't know when we'll hear them. But anyway, I don't know if I got to change that. But anyway, hopefully we can continue where we left off in the last game. Got to watch out for Pukki. That's good quick feet there by Almiron. We force it wide to Richie. Tries to beat his man. Doesn't have the skills that we need. I need some help here. I hope Shelby's not offside. Get in there, Joelinton. Oh, it's to Almiron. Joelinton! Longstaff! Let's go! 1-0. Longstaff on the score sheet again. Buzzing. Brilliant start. Brilliant stuff. A little bit lucky. Keeper kind of came out, punched that. And it just fell to Longstaff, didn't it? He punched it like into Jolinton, and it just fell perfectly to Longstaff. Not going to complain. That's 1-0. Scher's getting a lot more involved this game. Oh, Jedlinson. Oh, Jolinton. I'm not going to lie, Jedlin like left the ball behind. What was he doing there?
Fitzpatrick.
That's a good point, actually. Just while they're on the attack, Aarons is playing for Norwich, and we've been looking at him, we're scouting him, see if we can see anything we like. There's Aarons on the ball now.
And he favours the inside route.
This is a goal. That's a great stop. Oh.
The equaliser. Superb entertainment.
First goal conceded. Who's that? Is that other Murphy kid? Josh Murphy or something? That was a bit disappointing. We were looking comfortable this whole game, and this has kind of just come out of nowhere. There's been nothing really since the first goal, and all of a sudden, yeah, I mean, that Fitzpatrick went down that line, and next thing you know, there's a cross in the box, and it's 1-1. We need to get back under control here. That's a good cut inside by Richie. No. Referee! Oh, that Max Aarons is a bit physical. Sure you like. That's the half. Not the best of halves, nothing compared to the Arsenal game. But it's 1-1. Has been a little bit tougher to find space. I don't know if it's because in that Arsenal game they played a weakened team and they had that mentality of going forward, where maybe like this Norwich team is playing a bit stronger team, and they've got that mentality of being a little bit more defensive, so it's harder for me to find space. So let's hope half number 2 can bring us the goal that we need. Okay. I am thinking of getting St. Maximin on at some point, especially if it stays this way. So, making 2 changes here. Jetro Williams coming on for Richie at the left wing-back position. I've also changed us from a 4-3-2 to a 4-2-3. St. Maximin's come on and replaced Longstaff. Got that yellow card right there. So, gives Almiron's gone wide left. Jolinton staying up through the middle, up top. And St. Maximin's going to be on the right. I need this. I can already feel weaker in the middle of the park, though. Good save, Dubravka. St. Maximin. He's got a lot of more pace than anyone else. Jolinton's in. Just have a go. Ooh, nearly off the deflection. Good effort. Good effort. Go.
He could pick out a teammate.
That's a good ball. It's a mistake in the middle of the park there.
Straight to the opposition.
Use your pace there, St. Maximin.
St. Maximin turning inside. Where's he going to go?
Oh. But anyway, we're making a change. Carroll's coming on for Jolinton now. Hopefully this is going to be perfect on his head. Give us that winner, but it's gone past him. It's gone to Shaw. Oh, Scott, I don't even know what happened there. Get the Yedlin.
Now because there's been a goal in the Bournemouth game. Alan.
It's a goal for Bournemouth. 6 minutes remain. 1-1.
Alan McInally with his finger on the pulse.
Into Carroll. That's great, Carroll. St. Maximin. Oh! Oh, have I not scored there? God.
Almiron. On the offensive.
Carroll's done well. Almiron's in.
Almiron.
Terrible decision. Terrible, terrible decision. That's the game. 1-1. Nowhere near the glitz and glamour of the Arsenal game that we expected. But it's a point away from home, and we'll take that. It's game day midweek on a Wednesday night in Tottenham's new ground.
Well, it's an absolute
looks amazing. Let's see what we can get done. They've got the ball. It's time to go. Lascelles got that armband back on. Let's hopefully get a good performance in today. I'm excited. Look at a victory that probably would have been more unlikely if the full players were out. Full strength team was out.
The wing backs are going to be crucial in this
Edmonds
setup.
in. Go
You've
on,
played
good
in
ball,
that
long
position,
staff.
Yeah,
Give it back to him.
really like it, and we always thought when
On the strike
Lee.
zone.
For him.
I think he's
Won't be the
offside.
moment
He
to
is.
get them ahead. And this time it's in.
Referee.
Well, an attacker like that in the initial phase of the game.
Well, we got our
attracting
first
the
chance
interest of
here
the referee.
to have a strike with the new free kick stuff. I've had a couple goes at this in that like menu practice section, but this might be too far out anyway. Skip the tutorials. I kind of think I know what I'm doing. Do I have anyone with power? Shelby's got the power. Need someone with better power and accuracy. No one. Okay, we're gonna stick with Shelby. That's what I want. Oh, that was dog shit. They've gone the wrong way. It still could cause us problems. No, no one. Hayden picks up from his mistake earlier. Longstaff to Jolinton.
Well, let's see what they have in store for them on the break.
Well done. Nearly messed that up. Go on, Almiron. Just have a go. Jolinton. Oh, he's nearly scuffed it, but it's in. Let's go. It's 1-0. A little bit scrappy. It was like a little bit back and forth in the middle of the park. We got the ball, we lost the ball, we got the ball. And then, yeah, poor pass in the middle, but somehow Almiron had the space down that side. And keeper fumbled it. Jolinton with an easy tap in. It's 1-0 Newcastle. We, I think, need to go up to legendary. Alongside, you're going to have to bring him down. Shit. Shaw's going to come across. That's a great tackle. Well done, Shaw. Look, I thought he was going to give a penalty there. I think in the old FIFAs, they would have given a penalty there, so I'm absolutely buzzing. Great tackle, Shaw.
We can hear him from here. He's taking some stick.
No. It's got too much space. It's got too much space. Shaw again. Brilliant stuff, right? Hayden, what were you doing there? Hayden coming across. Jetro, you need to help out. Can't just leave it to Hayden. Bring him down or something.
Aware of the threat, solving the problem.
And a bit of pressure here. Oh no, we're giving it away.
Will they get themselves level?
No.
Keeper didn't quite do it.
I don't know how we got away with that one. He had 2 shots, 2 terrible tackles, and I could have given a penalty away in the second terrible lunge. I don't know what I was thinking. Go wide. Jetro's in there. Go on. Get to that byline. Backstick. Terrible. Terrible cross. I definitely need a new fullback. And we need a fullback that can cross and go forward with some pace, as well as defensive. So we need an ultimate fullback. But anyway, that's going to draw us to the end of the half. We're still winning 1-0. And Lucas Moura done nothing, really. To be fair, none of the Tottenham players have given us much problems, except for whoever's playing up top has actually done alright. I don't actually know who it is. But, yeah, let's go into second half, continue more of the same. We might go a little bit more, not defensive in strategy, but just be a little bit more smarter with position. He's done okay.
Shelby. It's with Isaac Hayden. The attack continues.
Jolinton got some space because of Shaw. Oh!
And behind it goes the concession.
See, Shaw's run from deep. That centre back had to pick him up, and allow Jolinton some space. Making 2 changes. We're bringing on St. Maximin for Almiron, and we brought on Ki Sung-young for John Joe Shelby. So hopefully that will give us a little bit more freshness in the middle of the park and up top for that counter-attack. Still got another sub to make. I don't know if I'm going to make it, and if I do, I don't actually have a plan in mind.
He has plenty of support inside the last quarter of an hour.
I don't know how he still got it.
Longstaff. Yedlin.
It's not what I wanted. It's full to... Oh my god, it fell to Ki Sung-young. I thought I'd rifle that top corner. Oh my god.
Sufficiently accurate, that
Nice.
pass from Lucas.
Oh, nice.
The
Go on,
electronic
Maximin.
board has been held aloft. 2 additional minutes here.
He's done the tick, flick, flack.
Element of risk
He
there,
still got it.
But he's won the ball. Options in the centre. A fine
Terrible.
work.
Did some tricks and my crossing is so bad. But we got the win. It's 1-0 to Newcastle away from home. Although I'm very happy with the results, this is just, it's not turning out to be very realistic. I know, even if I'm good at the game or whatever, I don't want it to be this easy. Do you know what I mean? Like, I didn't really feel under threat much from Tottenham that game. So we will be making a change going into the next game. We're going up to Legendary, and I might even play around the sliders. If I do, I will show you that straight after the post-match interview. Okay guys, I am changing to Legendary. I made that decision. I feel like it just needs to be tougher. I need to feel like I'm in a bit of a battle, and it's not easy to always score, break them down, which is, it's not actually always easy, but I just don't feel like I'm ever under threat.
It's a very nice.
Welcome everybody, it's game number 3. We back on the post-comms for the first time this series, and we got Preston North End against Newcastle United in the Carabao Cup. This was a somewhat easy draw, so I thought might as well put in my second team and give them a bit of a run out, try to boost their morale and stuff like that. But straight off the rip, as you can see, Preston come down with the attack, the first attack of the game, 2 minutes in, and it's an easy save for Darlow, luckily, straight down the middle of the pipe. This was one of our only attacks for the first half. Muto works the ball nicely over here towards Menkyo. Menkyo ends up playing it back inside. Gets to Ki-Sung-Young into Carroll. Easy flick on to Muto. Muto takes a strike, and you would guarantee that would have been 1-0 if that was Joelinton, but it wasn't. Instead, Preston come forward on the other end. Carl Darlow makes an absolute meal out of that one. Just completely messes it up. Ball falls to Stokely. 1-0 Preston. Not looking good for us. I mean, there wasn't much going on in the first 15 minutes besides for those 3 opportunities, and Preston took their second one with flying colours, 1-0 to them. Restarting, Preston coming down the flank again in the 26th minute. They work the ball wide. Easy one for Fernandes to deal with. Completely mishandles it. Falls to Brown. Brown scores. It's 2-0 Preston. Big shock on the cards. The boys need something going for them. We made a couple changes. We brought Atsu and Saint Maximin on to try and bring us a little bit of pace and something different. But instead, Preston were on the attack again, and we got very lucky. That one came off the crossbar. We managed to clear. We eventually work the ball forward towards Carroll. Carroll strikes with his left boot. That's goal number 1 for the boy back in the Newcastle colours. And it's 2-1 to Preston. Newcastle on the comeback. Can we make this dramatic turnaround? 71st minute into the game, and we work the ball forward with Aarons. Aarons plays it up to Muto. Muto plays a beautiful ball to Atsu. Atsu's blitz quick, no defenders catching him. He keeps getting in his stride, and he strikes it left foot, bottom corner. It's 2-2. The comeback's complete. Can we go one step further and make it a complete comeback and get us that W? Atsu dives in for a great tackle there, wins it back. The ball gets played to him on the wing. He is absolutely dominant. Beautiful ball into Carroll. Carroll flicks it on to Muto. Muto's got a chance here straight away. It's 3-2. What a turnaround. 3 goals inside 20 minutes. The game's been turned on its head. Newcastle take the lead 3-2. And that is pretty much how it wraps up. Newcastle scraped through in the second round of the Carabao Cup. Or was that the first round? I can't remember. First round of the Carabao Cup. Moving straight on to the next one. We got Newcastle against Watford. Premier League game, back to the normal starting lineup. First team's back in with Joelinton up top, but we changed Maximin to play on the wing, next to him up top, and Almiro got a spot on the bench in this game. Was a little bit of a boring game. We had an early chance here, so same Maximin, keeper saved it. Other than that, nothing much going on, but the ball does fall to Hayden over here on the edge. Hayden plays it in, nice little 1-2, Longstaff has a go, takes a strike, and it's another save. That was pretty much the only efforts in the first half from our, in the first few minutes. It was quite a boring game. But we managed to break away, but you think we do. Once again, give the ball away. Nice easy 1-2 for Watford. Boom, strike, goal time. I think that was success with the goal. Watford take the lead. It is 1-0 Watford. Later in the first half, we managed to work the ball wide. They do clear it, but it falls to Longstaff, and this guy's making a name for himself. Bends one in, bottom right corner, absolutely beautiful. Sean Longstaff becoming the man of the series so far. Let me know in the comments below if what you think of Longstaff and what do you think his future potential is going to be. We decided to make a couple changes in the second half. We brought Carroll and Atsu on since Atsu was so electric in the previous game. But to be honest, nothing much was going to change. This was quite a slow game. It was very boring. And as you see, it ends 1-1. We got a draw. And that kind of wraps up the post-com.
A dramatic game here. And
What's happening, guys? Just to wrap up the video now, we're just going to go through a little bit of the overall statistics for the month, see how the players did as we've kind of wrapped up August now. We're going to have a little final look at our shortlist so you guys can kind of chime in on what you guys think for January still and where I'm up to with the youth that I've kind of scouted so far. So let's get straight into that first, and then we will move on to the statistics of the players over this first month in August, right? So Max Aarons is looking like the right back of choice at the moment. I haven't really been scouting anybody else, but he's looking okay. 1972, kind of happy with that. We've got a couple different guys scouted here in the CDM position. One's better than the other, one's much older than the other. So I'll leave that for you guys to decide and chime in on what you guys think. At CDM, I've got a few options, a lot of them young, but we got Kingsley Michael, Svanberg, Haidara, Cusins, I don't even have a clue. I'm liking the look of Shackleton and Yearwood. They're both very young. I'd probably buy them and loan them out, and then that's pretty much my plan with them. The rest of them are like this. Haidara is kind of ready to go straight away. He is an option, but I'm not too sure. And I like the look of this Kingsley Michael. Obviously he's not ready right now, but he will hopefully be ready soon enough. Moving on to the midfielders or more attacking people on the field, we got this Mayana, which I like the look of. He's got some really good physicals and he's not too bad in the technicals. Ball control, dribbling's very good. Just his finishing needs a little bit of work, passing needs a little bit of work, but it's things we can work on. He is 20 years old, so it's a good starting point. And he's not a small guy. I mean, well, he is. He's 5'8". Never mind. Obviously, this guy's still our main target at the moment. Amin Harit. I think I want to get hold of this Adel Tarat ripoff. Skill moves, 5-star. Come on, we've got to play with this guy. We've got the big hair dude still hanging about. He's probably not good enough, but I thought I'd just throw him in there. Who knows? Maybe a bit of depth. We can't buy him now, but he'll be very cheap anyway. Chiesa, doubt I'll be able to afford him and get him. He's 20 mil, roughly 20 to 30 mil. Not going to probably be able to afford him in January, but who knows? Maybe in the next summer he could be an option. Christian Kayome, I really like the look of this guy. He's 21 years old. He's already 75. He's got great physicals, and his technicals are very good with the 78 finishing. Yeah, I think this guy could be beast. He probably needs to be one of the priority signings. But where do I play him? I mean, if he comes in, that means Carroll takes a side spots on the bench. So we got to figure things out. And then finally, to wrap it up, we got Harvey Barnes from Leicester. We all know who this guy is. He's a very good player. He's well-rounded. So he is an option to look at. But at the moment, that's pretty much what we got on the shortlist. So let's just finally wrap up statistics for the month. In terms of Premier League stats, this is how we're looking so far. 4 games into the Premier League. We've got Joelinton, Richie, Almiron, Dubravka, Shelby, Longstaff, Hayden, Dummett, Shaw are the majority guys that have played majority of the games. All 4 pretty much. Jamal Assault obviously missed one because of injury. Maximin's been coming off the bench at the moment, but I do want to get him more involved. In terms of goals, Longstaff's leading the way in goals, which is surprising. I wouldn't have thought that. And Joelinton's got 2, so not too shabby. And Miguel Almiron's actually got a goal, and Matty Longstaff's got a goal in the Premier League so far. Other than that, we've got no goals for Carroll, no goals for Shelby, no goal for Maximin. So we kind of need to get, I think, a few more goals on the board. It's not been the most fluid. Besides the first game against Arsenal, where we kind of destroyed them, we had to up the level. It hasn't been very free-flowing football at the moment. Assist-wise, Joelinton, Richie, Shelby, Longstaff, Hayden, all with 1. Clean sheets. I'm kind of happy with the 2 clean sheets out of 4 games. I mean, I don't think that's too bad. 50% ratio on clean sheets, I'll be very happy with that. Joelinton, obviously, the guys that have started majority of the games have got the best clean sheets. Cards-wise, Longstaff, Hayden have picked up a card, and Jamal Assault's the only one with a red card. In terms of stats for the whole Premier League, let's have a look. We got Pookie on top, as he is now as well in real life. I believe he still is, not too sure. But Pookie's on top, 3 goals in 3 matches. Wood, 3 goals in 4 matches. And we have got Jolinton in there as well as Sean Longstaff, kind of messing around with the big boys. And yeah, so Sean Longstaff's tied top, which is, I'm pretty happy with that. Assist was Mata Lundstrom. Money, look at that guy. Jota, I wonder if that's Diego Jota from Wolves that's moved to Villa. That'd be interesting. But other than that, there's a few weird names. A few names that should be there, like Özil and Matas. Not that surprising. But yeah, I think we could probably look at a couple guys because I feel like we lack a bit of creativity in the middle of the park. But that's maybe something we can look at in the January window. Clean sheets wise, Dubravka's up there with Pickford. And yellow cards and red cards not really gives a shit about. But Lascelles shouldn't really be there. But anyway. That's pretty much stats across the Premier League. What about team morale? Let's have a little look at the team morale. Anyone that's not happy. There's a lot of players that are content. I got to worry about St. Maximin, getting him out of there. Atsu, I was impressed when he came on. But other than that, majority of the starting lineup is happy. Have we got Shaw to happy yet? Because he was, yes, he is. That's perfect. Because he was the one that was losing a little bit of statistical points. If that's the word you want to use. Because of his morale. But anyway, that's pretty much going to wrap up the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. We'll be back with episode number 3 in a couple of days. And I think the plan for episode 3 will be, what my plan might be going forward in general that I've had a little think about, is to do month by month. So next episode will be the whole of September, then the whole of October, then the whole of November, etc, etc. So I think that's the plan I'm going to go forward with. So the next episode will feature the whole of September. We've got some big games there. We've got Liverpool, Brighton, Leicester, and we got Burnley in the Carabao Cup. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Perfect.